do I even know what I'm doing? Okay. Don't just get me joke. What's good, y'all? What's good? Happy new moon in 2 days and solar eclipse. Are we excited? I'm excited. Obviously, I'm going to wait for some of you to come in, so I'm just going to cleanse the cards while we wait. There's 2 of you in, but I can't see. So how will I be able to see? There's 6 of you in. I can't see. Oh, yeah, you're coming in. I can see you because on the computer, obviously, it plays on the side, isn't it? So I'm late. I'm not loads late, though, am I? I'm just small late. So let's see how it works streaming from the phone. Let's see if it's better than the computer sound. What y'all saying? Does it sound alright? Oh, it's weird though, because I can't see you guys. That's unknown. Good evening, Cecile. Okay, so I'll see you when you lot comment and say hi. Good evening. What are we using today? We're using Hoodoo Tarot because, hey Tara, boom, today. Listen, we're using the ancestors today, listen. Because there's a lot going on. I need that book. I should be organised in it before, but you know, we're here now. We're also going to use Soulful Woman from, come on, do the dance with me. Sophia. I don't know if this is angled right. Hey, Rude Mama. I don't know if this is angled right. Y'all talk to me. Is that better? I don't know. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a different vibe. This is the vibe for today because that full moon in Scorpio, which actually, guess what I learned was, what's the 13th star sign called? Something. Thank you, Mum. Thank you, Misha C. Because I don't know. Yeah, the 13th star sign, that's basically what the full moon was actually in. It wasn't either in Scorpio or Sagittarius, but this 13th star sign is part Scorpio, part Sagittarius, hence why it felt weird and it felt like both. But Foster eBay on YouTube, I should, isn't it, type his name in after I finish. I wouldn't do it before because I didn't know I was going to say it, but Foster eBay, listen, get yourselves over there. Get yourself over there. It's not for everybody, it's not for the faint-hearted, but Foster eBay broke down what that full moon was and lots of different variations of the energy differently. So that gassed me. And today we're going to talk about this new moon in... Sorry, I'm looking for stuff because I'm still getting myself together, innit? I mean, I've had all day, but you know. So yeah, we're going to talk about this new moon in Gemini stroke Taurus, Taurus stroke Gemini. Again, I'm going with both continuously. Thank you, Bella. Thank you. I'm going with both. Got some, obviously, we got some Queen Cup frankincense popping, just to cleanse up these cards. I don't know what to do. Should I talk first or should I do cleanse? Let me cleanse because I've started it in it. Foster eBay, like the shopping eBay. Foster eBay. That's my G. I mean, he's only like 23 years old. He's unbelievably enlightened, this young man. Wow. He just blows my mind. Also, I want you lot to check out my other sister, Empress Phoenix Fire. She's talking about timeline jumping. And there's been some timeline jumping. There's been some timeline jumping, yo. It's been obvious. It's been obvious. Like, whew. Because I don't want to get too personal on here about my business, innit? Because it's my business. But I did some timeline jumping with my divine, and listen, on what day was it? I don't even know. It was a day, maybe the weekend, Friday maybe, I don't know, Saturday maybe. But there was some obvious timeline jumping. We even dressed for the occasion. It was like we were in the beginning of the 80s. I don't know what that was. For like a few hours, we were in the 80s. We were both dressed in that way. The music that was coming out was wild. It was wild. And I didn't really clock it until a couple days later, and then I watched my sister's video and I was like, did I time jump? And while we time jumped, we changed some shit in relation to our connection. Some shit was changed. I don't know how to really. I mean, I'm on big YouTube talking these things, y'all. I don't mind doing it on Instagram because you could just, do away with it. Hey, Manda. Hey, Manda. I don't know. I was a child in the 80s. I was born in the 70s, but I was a child in the 80s, and my love was born in the 80s. So I don't even know what that was, to be honest. I have to remind you lot to hit the like button when you come in, because there's an algorithm, isn't there? There's an algorithm. I mean, I don't understand it all, but I heard. So I'm just doing what everybody else is saying, and just hit the algorithm, hit the hit the like button when you lot come in, I beg. Yeah, I guess, actually, when I come to think about it, I looked like I was more from the 70s, and he looked more like he was from the 80s, more than I did. I've just got this white noise in my ear right now. There's some time jumping going on, guys. So that's why it's so important to stay grounded. It's so important to stay grounded. Keep yourself in your practices. Stay disciplined. Your discipline is everything to do with your transformation at this time. I'm telling you, guys. I'm telling you. I've got some things to talk to you about. Look, it's cloudy because there's lime in there, because I don't love water. I mean, it's so boring, but I know it's very, very good for you, but I don't really love it, so I squeeze a little lime in, just to make it a little bit exciting. My baby girl bought me a filter. She said I've got to stop with the plastics, and she's right. It would actually hurt my feelings, the amount of plastic I have to use with the water that I use. But now that she's bought me a filter. Okay, stop touching the cards, because we're not doing the cards yet. We're definitely doing moonology. We're definitely doing moonology, because it's the new moon. It's the new moon. So we're definitely doing moonology today. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Raheem Devon. What's his name? Raheem Devon. I can hear his song Love It. Because I'm not used to doing readings in silence. It still is a bit weird to me. But, we're playing by these rules. All right, I've got notes. So let's start. Let's start with the notes. Hi, guys. Hello, you all. I can't see you. Once you flash up on the phone and say hi or say whatever you're saying, then you disappear again. So, yeah, there's that bit. All right, my notes. So I'm not ready for that bit yet. What are we starting with? What do I want to talk about first? So there's three main things I want to talk to you guys about today. We had a 666 portal on, what day was it? Sunday. So I really wanted to do a reading on Instagram about it. Even on here, I was contemplating it, but I just didn't have the energy, because let's start from the beginning. Let's get back to the full moon. So the full moon in Scorpio, or Hakakakis, whatever that word is. I read a list of approved songs you can use that won't get your video taken down. Thank you for the information, but your name just disappeared. Thank you. I'm going to look into that. All right, so we had this full moon in this 13th star sign, and we also had a lunar eclipse. Now, I'm not sure about y'all, but for me, the ting wiped me out clean. That's why I told you I had to do the video a day early, because I already knew it was heavy. It was heavy energy, and I had to sleep it off. It wasn't the same sleep as when, even though the energy was heavy, it wasn't, you know, when you, because we've all been through it, because we're all in this bitch together, innit? Hey, Maria. We're all in this bitch together, innit? So, you know when you used to be depressed, yeah, and you used to go to bed because of your depression, and you used to stay in the bed, and it was just like, time would pass, you wouldn't go toilet, you wouldn't eat, you wouldn't do any of that. That's what that sleep was like. But I wasn't depressed. I was just done. However, I was babysitting my nephew dog. I was babysitting Ralphie, so I was forced to get up and go out. Even though Ralphie adapts to my lifestyle, Ralphie just does what I do, you know, so there's no drama. So when I get up, that's when we're going out. So because Ralphie came the day after it all, I was forced to go out into nature 3 times a day to walk him. And then obviously I'm gonna earth, I'm gonna take my shoes off and all of that business. And I was quite disciplined with my eating and all these things, right? So I feel like because of the grounding and the resting, because I didn't work either. I mean, I didn't put my hand in a head until Saturday, just gone. So all of that energy was so transformative that it wiped me out. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to really involve myself with too much. However, I did also commune with my sisters, and my divine, but my sisters mainly. You're not late. I haven't even started yet, babe. So I was, and in nature, we communed in nature all the time, and it was that was a very, very important part of my transformation, was to be around my sisters who are also going through this whole dark goddess thing. Should we just call it the thing? The opening up of this dark worker. See you soon though, Hawkeye. Dark worker energy, and just being able to be around people that got it, that got what I was going through, made a heap of difference. So if you are still moving through these energies, all of what I said, do all of that. Rest, eat well, earth, get into nature. It's too important. But don't just go into nature with your long hand. That's another thing as well. Don't go into nature with your long hand. Take an offering, even if it is some water, you know, that you lay by a tree or you pour into libation. It's important. It's important that nature is acknowledged. It's an energy. So if you're going to draw from that energy, then there has to be some type of exchange. Okay. That's all I want to say about that. So let me know in the comments, because obviously I can't see these things, but just let me know how that last energy affected you, and what transpired afterwards. Because what transpired for me afterwards was a lightening. I told you there was going to be a heart expansion. There's been a lightening of my heart, more Anubis. My heart, oh, I didn't like the candle, the disrespect. My heart is expanding more and more and more and more. I mean, I haven't even got a lighter. I know this is YouTube, I need to go and get a lighter, yo. Yeah, heart expansion. I'm coming right back on it. Right, heart expansion. Yeah, guys, heart expansion. So there's been a huge, especially in the divine masculine energy, there has been a huge heart expansion. So when I say 2021 is the year of patience. 2021 is the year of patience, and it's also the year of miracles as well as the year of change. So when I say that, what? That's weird. That's very inappropriate. But whoever just commented there, that's my first troll. I've never had a troll before, but troll, you troll. I'm not the one. I'm not the one, my G. I'm not the one. Anyway, that put me right off. Okay, boom. When you have when you have this heart opening, you have to allow yourself and others to adjust. Do you get what I'm saying? To adjust to this huge feeling of all-encompassing love, especially if you're not used to it, especially if you've never felt it before. You better retract it, RB, because I'm not the one, my G. Because if I really had time for you, whew. Anyway, this, if you're not used to just feeling love for not only yourself but for others, it can be scary, because not scary, it can be uncomfortable, because we don't do fear around here. Like, there's no such thing. It can be uncomfortable because you're not used to, it makes you feel very vulnerable. But without being vulnerable, without vulnerability, you can't feel love, you can't give love, you can't receive love. Do you see? You can't do any of those things if you do not know how to be vulnerable. You can see the smoker in me, innit? Because I'm just happy to hold on to the lighter. You cannot be vulnerable. I mean, you cannot receive love without vulnerability. And I feel like this eclipse from the Scorpio season. Hey, Faithy. This eclipse from Scorpio season has, from the last full moon, has fully done that. It's fully made us extremely vulnerable, feeling extreme waves of love and joy and compassion. Ooh, where did I read it? What did I read? I read something that said, I think it was in Hoodoo Tarot somewhere, in the Strength card, it said, do you have the patience to be compassionate? I think that's what it said. I think that's what it said. So, do you have the patience to be compassionate? I had to ask myself the question, because I was like, this transformation, this new earth, this new age, this age of Aquarius that we're in, the transformation is going to take a while, which actually sexily brings me into one of the topics I want to talk about. Because last year, mid-August, there was an event in the sky. There was something that I called pink rainbow. I mean, there was no other word for it. It was a big thing in the sky, arch in the sky, and it was pink. And there was no rain. There was no rain. I recorded the whole thing from my roof, and I mean, it's the most extraordinary thing I've ever seen in my lifetime. I've never seen shit like that before. And be prepared to see more unusual things in the sky. Do not panic. Do not panic. Yeah, there's a lot of sexual energy. Again, this is that we've just come out of that full moon, that energy. It's your Kundalini rising. It's the creativity that's bursting to get out of you. Because remember, sexual energy is we talked about the sacral chakra in previous videos. This energy is not just for sex, it's for creation. So it's urging all of us. This is, again, this is still on subject. It's still on subject with the with this pink rainbow. Stay with me with this team, with the pink rainbow. Yeah. So anyway, I did this live about the pink rainbow in August, and I spoke about it being a signal for the misfits. It meaning every soul from all dimensions, all galaxies, that has volunteered to help anchor in and usher in this new age has been signaled that now is the time for that. Now is the time to come through. And because obviously I saw it in August, I just assumed that, yeah, boom, this is the time. But the time is right now, in the next few days, week, a very short amount of time, because there was this weird thing. I was out on the roof and I felt 2 drops of rain on me, and somebody just happened to mention it while I was in the live, and I remembered. I was like, yeah, there was actually 2 drops of rain, 2 drops of rain. And last week when I was out on the roof after the eclipse, I was sunbathing and boom, 2 drops of rain. There were blue skies. So I was like, it reminds me of that time. So I went back and I looked, I watched my live, and everything just, I was like, it's now. Like, I don't care how mad I sound, you know, because it's now. And that's the end of that. Oh, thank you for reminding them. Don't forget to like as you come in. It's getting real. It's getting real right here, because I can't rest until I tell y'all Wagwan, because I have to tell you Wagwan. I have to tell you Wagwan. And this is, and being an example of, you might sound, say what you got to say, talk your shit, because you could be saving lives out here. So boom. Pink rainbow. So do you know that the earth has 7 chakras, as the body does? Well, your physical body has the chakras, and then obviously you have more chakras in your astral body, and your this body, and your that body, and this body, because we've got bare bodies in it. So but let's talk about these earth chakras. So there are 7 earth chakras. You've got your root chakra in Mount Shasta in California. You've got your 2nd chakra, your sacral chakra in Lake Titicaca in Peru. You've got the solar plexus chakra. It's twins. There's 2, obviously. And what's very interesting about the twin solar plexus chakras in Laluru, I don't know if I'm saying it right, in Australia, is that it hadn't been activated. That chakra had not been activated for eons, and there had to be this conjunction between Saturn and Pluto, and once that conjunction happened, then the indigenous people would know what to do. They would know what to say, how to activate this chakra, this solar plexus chakra. And one of my sisters that I met in Egypt in 2019 assured me that her people knew about what I was talking about, and they were on it. So the solar plexus chakra was activated sometime last year, but the conjunction between Saturn and Pluto happened in January 2020, just before everything popped off. Just be clear about this shit. All right, boom. So the 4th chakra, the heart chakra, that's right where I live here in the UK. That's in Glass. No, I'm lying. I'd be lying. I'm lying. Am I lying? Wait. The 4th, the heart chakra. Yeah, the 4th. I was completely not lying. It's here in the UK, and it's in Glastonbury. It's got a twin somewhere as well. And that's where we go on the solstice. We go up to Tor, which is the highest point in the UK, and that's also twinned with Pathos and another place in Ethiopia. the peaks. I don't know the geography and all of this shit, but you know, I'm gonna tell you small. All right, boom. So the throat chakra, that is in Giza in Egypt, where I did a powerful meditation in 2019 with some beautiful soul family. That was wild. And then here's where it gets dope. So we've got the third eye chakra. Now the third eye chakra is mobile. Yeah, it moves through the different chakras like how the sun moves through the zodiac constellations, right? But it moves like every, I think it's like 4,000 years, every eon, every change of age. So it's moved out of Pisces and it's moved into Aquarius. No, change shit. It's moved out of whatever that chakra was that it was in before, and it's moved into, it's twinned now with the heart chakra, which obviously is right here in the UK. And when that activation happened, that's when we got the pink rainbow. That's what I believe the pink rainbow was. So, and then the seventh chakra is in the Himalayas. And we all love some pink Himalayan salt. I mean, we love it. We just absolutely love it. So, boom. That's what happened. So, boom. When that signal went off, then it was a signal to everybody all over the place to come to Earth to ground in this age. And it said they're going to be here between 150 to 200 years to get this did. Get this did. Now, here's the wildest thing I ever heard. One of the things when I was in my early days, in my early learnings, yeah, one of the things that I heard was that the human being that lives to 200 years old is alive right now. And I thought, what if that's me? What if that's me? And I'm here abusing this vessel. I'm here, but I've got to be in it for the next 200 years or the next 155 years now. Like, what I want for that? Shouldn't I be like taking better care of this thing and you know, shouldn't I? If I'm gonna be in it for 200 years. Now, this is what was interesting as well. Now with the third chakra, the solar plexus, the one in Australia, yeah, where they had to wait for the conjunction of the two planets. Now that chakra activates new life. There'll be every time there's a new age, there's a new species of life. And this, in the article that I read, and I will try to find it and pin it somewhere. I might not. So anyway, this article said that the theme of this new age is immortality. And I believe that to be true, especially as we have learned that these are just vessels and that the soul is eternal. And I'm not sure how the soul gets to express itself eternally for all to see. But I mean, we're not at that bit yet, are we? We're not at that bit. So we're not at that bit yet. So I can be patient about it. So yeah. I don't want no more incense, even though it's just so delicious. It's so delicious, Destiny. It's so delicious. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about the pink rainbow. But then we fold on, we move on, because on Sunday we had a 6/6 portal. Where's my notes? We had a 6/6 portal, and how long have I been on here? I don't want to be on here too long, you know. But you know the cards don't take that long to go through. So we had a 6/6 portal, and while I wanted to do a reading, I just didn't have the capacity. Why does that look weird? I just didn't have the capacity. So I went out into nature, I went to my spot, and while I was sitting there, I saw something that looked like a scarab beetle. So the scarab beetle, this is what it represents. It represents immortality, resurrection. So we're talking about the Christ-like consciousness, transformation, protection. And then when I came home, in my front garden, I've got a rose, a single rose that blooms, one pink rose per year. This time there was two. So I just assumed that that was partnership, and it was pink, and I saw all pink roses everywhere. So obviously I'm thinking divine feminine, and this is the time, the energy of the divine feminine, for masculine and feminine, for them and they, and who, everybody. Y'all need to get aligned with your divine feminine energy at this time, in order to float through these energies a lot smoother, because the divine feminine energy knows what to do. The divine feminine energy has done this time and time and time and time and time again. So get into it, learn what that energy is, so that you can successfully transform yourself. That's all. That's all. So in Pink Rainbow, 666 portal on Sunday. Yesterday, there was something going on in the sky. There's always something going on in the sky, but yesterday there was the most extraordinary sunset. But to me, it wasn't a sunset, because first of all, the sun doesn't set in that part of doesn't set over there, and secondly, the colors. There was this rich pink color that reminded me of the pink rainbow, and then once that dissipated, there was this rainbow in the sky, in the clouds. I mean, a straight rainbow, by the way. Something's afoot. Something's going down. Something's going down, and it's going down soon. It's going down very, very soon. So my advice to everybody is, when you don't know what to do, let go and let God. Go within and seek your next moves at this time. Okay. What else? I mean, it's very important that we did our work. You know, it's very important that we lightened our hearts. We got into forgiveness. If you would want to be forgiven for that thing, then you should forgive. Okay. Align with, how do you align with your feminine energy? There's a billion videos on it. There's 100 billion videos on it. There is. But to tap in within, you ask. I told you last video, put your hand over your heart and ask yourself, what do you need? And then proceed. Be silent and wait for the answer. Once you ask your heart, what do you need? The divine feminine flies in. We're going into Cancer season, you hear? Get into your sacral chakra healing. This will tap you into your divine feminine energy. But we're going into Cancer season. It's the mother, it's the great mother energy. So again, this is going to catapult you into more of your divine feminine energy. Sorry, I'm lighting my incense. I'm lighting my incense, and I was gonna light some patchouli, but I was drawn to light an incense called Sunrise. I've never had it before, but obviously we're in this divine masculine energy. The sun is also one of your greatest healers. We are dealing with a silver sun, people. Hear me now. We're dealing with a silver sun, and only God knows what that means, but it's not the same sun. That's all. That's all. Yeah, Tarara, boom, TA. I mean, sacred dancing is the thing. I mean, just wind up. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. What else do I need to talk about very quickly? I think there's two more things I just want to cover. I've been here ages already. I've got a message from the ancestors that I got yesterday. And what else? Ooh, I'm going to read to you from this. This is the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. It was gifted to me by one very special mother. I know I'm not supposed to have it, but what? I've got it now. I've got it now, and I'm going to share it now. I'm going to start sharing it. I've had it for over a year, but I was a bit shook. But I'm not shook anymore, so we're going to share that. All right, so, and this comes back into the 6-6 portal when I talked about the resurrection, the Christ-like consciousness. I mean, this is what this is all about. You know, the story when it says Jesus will return. Jesus did return in us, love. That's all. That's all. And at the end of 2019, there was again this sacred feminine, this divine feminine energy. There was, for me personally, I had this pull to Mary Magdalene. I mean, all I ever knew about her, like everybody else, was that she was a prostitute and that she was a disciple of Christ. Yeah. And I remember Jesus Christ Superstar, by Andrew Lloyd Webber, the musical. She sung this song, How Do I Love You? And I'm a little girl, them times there, it's like I was like 3. My mum said I used to sing that song like I loved somebody. And as I got older and I finally met my divine, that song made a lot of sense to me. It was very, very wild. It was very, very wild. So this Mary Magdalene energy became very loud for me mid 2019, and I started at 2018 going up to Glastonbury, and that's all about, I mean, it's all that energy up there, I'm telling you. So yeah, then I started to look for the Gospel of Mary Magdalene. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to go to one of the mothers and be like, Mom, I need this, and boom, she got me that. And yeah, I was reading it from last year, and it was so poignant for the time that we were in. Oh my God, I don't know what that was. I don't know what happened there. It was so poignant for the time that we were in yesterday, in that transformation, in that transformative energy that we were in, that I started sharing it in my stories in Instagram, little bits and pieces, and then I just kind of fell away from it. But I want to share it with you guys today, in relation to this Christ-like consciousness, because again, if we're dealing with the divine masculine, divine feminine energy, then we're dealing with this Christ-like consciousness, and its divine counterpart is the Mary Magdalene. I got chills when I said it. All right, so I want to read this to you. So there is so many of her text missing. So it starts wherever it starts. I don't know if it's the first one, but I'm gonna, every time I come on here, not every time, but I'm just gonna read you 2 pages of it. I'm gonna read you, it doesn't say it like, you know, like in normal scriptures, this whatever, verse 7, da, 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 it just goes on, yeah? So I'm going to read, and then we're going to discuss, if you want to, like later in the comments, we're going to get into it, okay? So boom, this is Mary Magdalene's, the gospel. What is matter? Will it last forever? The teacher answered. All that is born, all that is created, all the elements of nature are interwoven and united with each other. All that is composed shall be decomposed. Everything returns to its roots. Matter returns to the origins of matter. Those who have ears, let them hear. Peter said to him, since you have become the interpreter of the elements and the events of the world, tell us, what is the sin of the world? The teacher answered, there is no sin. It is you who make sin exist. When you act according to its habits of your corrupt nature, this is where sin lies. This is why the good has come into your midst. It acts together with the elements of your nature, so as to reunite it with its roots. Then he continued, this is why you become sick and why you die. It is the result of your actions. What you do takes you further away. Those who have ears, let them hear. Attachment to matter gives rise to passion against nature. Thus trouble arises in the whole body. This is why I tell you, be in harmony. If you are out of balance, Take inspiration from manifestations of your true nature. Those who have ears, let them hear. After saying this, the Blessed One greeted them all, saying, Peace be with you. May my peace arise and be fulfilled within you. Be vigilant and allow no one to mislead you by saying, Here it is, or there it is. For it is within you that the Son of Man dwells. Go to him, for those who seek him find him. Walk forth and announce the gospel of the kingdom. Yo. Okay. I think I just need a minute. I just need 1 minute. Yo. It's within you. It said unsubscribe. It said don't play Simon Says. It says go back to your roots. Talking of your roots. Talking of your roots. I'm shaking a little bit. Okay, so just allow me. I wasn't ready. Woo. Okay, I got a message from the ancestors. I got the Eight of Wands yesterday, depicted in Hoodoo Tarot. It's a woman peeling some bark from a tree that's been hit by lightning, and it said that the bark, if you take the bark from such a tree, then it enhances your practices. And if you look behind me here, this is the bark from a tree from Saturday when I went out. I mean, I've got some in the house from my tree that was hit by lightning, but this particular tree summonsed me. I was walking this way through the park. It said, no, this way, bitch. And I had to go because I felt like it called me a bitch. I really did. I felt like, rah, I don't have free will. So I went over to the tree, and there was this huge piece of bark, and it said pick me up. So I put it in my bag, and I touched the tree, and when I touched the tree, everything disappeared. It was just me and the tree, and I'm still trying to interpret what it was trying to tell me, but I will get there. So I mean, take it or leave it, but this is Wagwan right now in this energy. Take it or leave it. Okay. So this Eight of Wands is depicted with a woman holding a tree, taking the bark off, and I was like, oh shit then. And I didn't take it personally just for me, because I know that there's a lot of divine feminine witches, whatever you want to call it, out in nature, moving differently, communicating and gliding, so blending, reinserting themselves back into the ecosystem. And it said, when you do this, there will be rapid progress, forward movement, communication, finding resolution, excitement, whirlwind romance, gaining momentum, receiving critical messages, eye-opening experiences, being in alignment, ending of delays, travel by air, successful journey. And then we've got the Seven of Sticks, which is depicted by Uncle Monday, who used to get beaten and brutalized by his oppressors. So he went to a root worker and asked to be changed into a crocodile, or an alligator, so that he would never have to be beaten up again by his oppressors. And he wears talismans and things around his neck for protection, right? So it says, the Seven of Sticks here, it says, stand in your ground, strength in adversity, defending beliefs, final showdown. It's the final showdown. Fair competition, protests, resisting authority, protecting what is rightfully yours, the ability to summon inner strength, protecting what is rightfully yours. So now Venus has moved into Cancer, so your energy will be all about that. Your energy will just be all about that, okay? We also got the Daughter of Baskets in reverse. She was thought to be a witch. She was in Salem at the time, but we got it in reverse, and so it's asking you to watch your delusions. Really use your spirit of discernment to work out what is real and what isn't. It's also the energy of jealousy, pathological liar. When I saw pathological liar, I said there's many of us still trying to integrate into this old energy, old 3D, if you want, still trying to appear slightly normal or slightly integrated, but now it's saying, look, you're a pathological liar. You're in it, but you're not of it. Yeah, so it's time to really just break the fuck out. And then also said suppression of feelings. So I'm telling you, your dark work, your shadow, your dark energy, but your more aligned, more enlightened shadow energy really wants to be part of your experience at this point. It doesn't want to be suppressed. It doesn't want to be told off every time it comes out, and it doesn't want to be put in a box. Many of you are absolutely hiding parts of you, aspects of yourselves, which is, there may be parts of you that may be moving authentically, but until you integrate all that you are, you're still inauthentic. Okay, so I think that's it. I think that's it. I've said it all in it. I've been here long, so I've said it. I've said as much as I wanted to say before we started pulling the cards for this new moon energy, and also eclipse, solar eclipse. So boom, let's get into it right now. What else did I want to pull though? There was something. Obviously, if we're talking about, listen, if we're talking about Mary Magdalene's and thank you, and these things, Glastonbury and these things, and the summer solstice coming up, then I have to use the Wisdom of Avalon deck. I have to, as a starter, we have to open it. We have to open up with it. Just see if the coals are still hot, so that I can just cleanse up these cards very, 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 very quickly. I think I was ready for some more frankincense anyway. Yeah, it's that time. So yeah, how do you lot feel about that? I mean, I can't even see. I wish I could see what you lot are saying and thinking. Thank you, Faithy. I wish I could see what you lot are thinking and saying as I've just said all of that stuff, because I don't know. I mean, I just do as I say. You know what I mean? I just do as I'm told. They say, come on, say that. I'm like, really? In front of all these people, say that? Yes, for the braided crew. I mean, it's that time. It's that time. It's that time. So, boom. Did you see that? Did you see that at the bottom of this Avalon deck? It says letting go. Oh, okay. If I lose this thing, Tara, I'm coming for you. Live chat. All messages are visible. None. Hide all chat. Top chats. Messages such as potential spam. Live chat. Let's press it. Let's see. I can see you, but I can't see me. Problem. I'm going to hide the chat. All right, let's just get back. Let me just be focused. But yeah, because I couldn't see me, and that was weird, because like I can't really see you lot's faces. I have to chat to something. Chat to myself. All right, boom. So that was letting go. Did you see what I just said? Did you see what I just said? Did you see what the Gospel of Mary Magdalene? What is matter? You're too attached to it. You're too attached to it. Even these vessels, you know, really find a way to detach from everything at this point so that you can flow through whatever transformation we are being brought into. What am I shuffling for? Taking liberties. Can we pray? Can we pray? Our Divine Mother and Father who live within us, hallowed be thy name. Our freedom come, your will be done on earth as it is within us. Give us this day our daily breath, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those. Forgive us our trespasses against ourselves and others, as we forgive those who trespass against us and themselves, through all lifetimes, all timelines, and all levels of consciousness. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the absence of love. For we are the kingdom, we are the power, and to you, the Almighty, we give all of the glory, forever and ever. Dua Nete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. So it is, and so it will be. And I have a match. 44 of you in, 44 likes. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's get into it. So let's pull from the wisdom of Avalon. Let's pull from the wisdom of Avalon first. See what that's saying. See what that's saying. All three just came out at the same time. Love it, really. I do love it, really. All very really. Yes, the hawk. The hawk. Omens and messages. The High Priestess, of course, because who sits with the High Priestess? You can't see the hawk. And the High Priest, this is that time. You get into nature, people. Balance, discernment. This is the time. And risk. And risk. And risk. Take these risks. Right now. Now is the time. Now is the time. What do I need to say about all of these? 2, 2, 4. 2, 2, 4. 8. 8 Lionsgate. That as well. There's that as well. I'm not going to stop banging on about it because I need you lot to get in alignment. I need you lot to get it together, yo. I need you lot to get it together before this 8 Lionsgate. Okay, boom. So the hawk has come through. The hawk is a card of omens and messages. So this is the universe giving you everything you need to know. So I told you, didn't I tell you to look up the sky? It's the sky for me. You know, there's so much going on in the sky. There's 2 people that are bang on it on Instagram. Cloaked ships, and I am the realest number 2 ever do it. I am the realest to ever do it. Those 2 bang on it, and there's another one, Cali something, but I can't remember his name. So, but bang on this thing. Even my boy Foster eBay, not so much with the sky movement, but the other 2, bang on it, man, bang on it, because there's so much going on. There's so many clues as to what's about to go down right up there in the sky. And the sky, the eagle also represents seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing the bigger picture, you know, being able to soar above the rest, above the pigeons, above the little birds, and get right up very, very high. Eagles tend to fly alone, don't they? So don't be dismayed if you are the only one at this time saying certain things, you know, because that's the life of an eagle. That's the life of an eagle. You know, if you can see the bigger picture, then you have to share. And some will see and some won't, and that's okay. That's okay. So along with that comes the High Priestess, which it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me because everything I was telling you about being outside in nature, grounding yourself, being balanced in your divine and your divine masculine and divine feminine energies. It says here discernment. You need to delusion. Remember, you need to be clear about what is and what isn't. I hesitate to say the word real, because what is and what isn't, what resonates for you and what doesn't, you know, precision, preciseness, prophecy and vision. You're gonna listen, your dreams at this time are going to be off the hook. I don't know how much weed I smoked last night. I think I smoked a lot. and I was very clear that I wasn't going to dream. I had about 4 different dreams, and I came in and out of each one of them fully aware of what the hell just went down, to the point where it was so real. There was somebody singing a man singing in my dream, and he hit one note, man, or he hit and it just, whoo, you know when you listen to, ooh, it was amazing. It was amazing. The dream was too vivid. It was too damn vivid. Your dreams are going to be super vivid. Write them down. There's going to be prophecies in there for you. There's going to be messages for you. Omens and messages for you inside these things. You already know that I think that the angels live in the music. The music's going to be saying a lot. Whenever you hear certain things, when you're thinking certain things, that's your answer. That's your answer. That's the thing. Like the angels right now, if you know that they live in the music, be careful, because angels and demons living in the music. So be very discerning about what it is that you're listening to, what it is you're allowing into your space at this time. Because everything is super, super duper powerful. Because think about it, if we are charged, if the higher vibrationals are charged, so are the lower vibrationals. Like, it's the balance. It's the balance. Another thing, I mean, we're here with that book, so you might as well get into the Kabbalion. You might as well get into the audio book on YouTube, 7 hours long. You better get into the Kabbalion, the 7 Hermetic laws. You better get into it. You better get into it. All right. I feel like this is, you know, when you do just like, this could be your last YouTube video. No, but I'm just telling you, innit? What am I to do? You got to take risks. You have to take risks at this time. You have to take risks at this time, because nothing comes to those who are afraid to take risks, do things differently. Let's read it. Let's read it. I haven't even pulled a single clarifier, have I? But I will. I will pull a clarifier. It's a force foundations. Take some risks, y'all. Feel no way. Take risks in everything, in every aspect of your life. Take risks. Don't be afraid. I told you, this last full moon, the eclipse, everything made us much more vulnerable. So, you know, take some risks in that vulnerability. You're going to get results. Let's have a look, see what it says. Let's have a look. This marker brings excitement to your path. You cannot know the outcome of the action you're being called to take until you do it. In this way, you're required to be blind in the forest for a time, risking all you know and all you've acquired on your journey for the potential of something better. Perhaps the training you require demands faith in what you cannot experience. And I'm telling you, we've been in training. We've been in training. Some of us since, I don't know, for me, say like 2014, I feel like I've been in training for this time right now. Okay, so it says, perhaps the training you require demands faith in what you cannot experience with your 5 senses. But reliance on the 6th sense, your intuition can provide you with another type of sight to aid you in your journey. Very important questions can be answered now. Is engaging in the situation worth the risk, or does my inner sight tell me to wait until another opportunity comes? Am I willing to learn a lesson of defeat in surrender to the promise of unknown potential? Pray for guidance and ask for a sign. It's the answer. If the answer is yes, take the risk. If no, ask for a sign. It's all the same thing, I feel like. Pray for guidance and ask for a sign. If the answer is yes, take the risk. If no, rest, regroup, and wait on the will of the divine mystery. Another sacred journey marker may reveal the answer. I feel like we could just stop here. Really, I really do, because it's just telling you to use your intuition, people, be discerning at this time, take risks, move differently. Don't be so, be bold. Be bold in this time. Be very, very bold in this time. Stand proudly and loudly in your sovereignty, who you have become. Because you know, this time we've been becoming. I mean, we never stop becoming. I'm having a moment. We never stop becoming throughout life. We're always evolving, always, but we ain't never done it like this. We ain't never done it like this. And I don't think we'll ever do it like this again. So come on. Well, at least not until the new age, but I won't be here. I don't want to be here. I'm not coming back after this one. I'm done. So, look, guys, I'm gonna pour you some clarifiers. Well, let's talk to the ancestors. See what they're saying for us. I really don't feel like I want to pull too many more cards. It's just like Three of Pentacles. Look at this chick. Look at her. I'm reading it to you. The Three of Pentacles. I got bitten up in the bush the other day though. This is another thing. The mosquitoes, they nyammed me. They bit me to nothing, yeah? And I took citronella out. I wasn't going to kill them, pat them and annihilate them because I was in their space, innit? But I didn't want them, so I took citronella. That's a tip for you. So what are we, the Three of Pentacles? I don't even remember what the Three of Pentacles is at all. Like, I'm having a complete brain fog from traditional tarot. I can't think of how that even looks. What does the Three of Pentacles look like? Partnership. Three of Pentacles is partnership. It's building together. It's having a voice, being heard. Yeah, it's community. It's community. It's collectiveness. I don't know if it's collective consciousness because it's not air, is it? So it's like, but it's earth energy. It's grounding. So it's manifesting your wealth or your dreams into the physical. I was having a complete brain fog. I'm like, but you know, I've been doing this now. What? It'll be my 2-year anniversary in a month's time. So, you know, I'm going to come on here and just celebrate that because I never thought I'd be doing this in life. I had no idea that this was what I was supposed to do at all. None. Not even when I used to watch other people, Destiny and Phoenix Fire. I had no idea. I was just like, but here I am. I can see. I don't need my glasses. A very successful Afro-Romani root worker awaits the arrival of a client. Thousands of gypsies were reclassified as coloured and intermarried into Negro communities throughout the South. They were known to be specifically skilled at breaking hexes and curses. This woman wears 2 necklaces to keep blessings coming, a rosary made of black-eyed peas and a wishbone. Positive meaning: employment, professional growth, internship, high standards, appreciation for a job well done, beneficial use of talent, exceeding expectations, promotions, detailed orientated people, upgrades. Improvement in social status, being validated by others, degree of certifications, collaborations, and goal-orientated people. So your tribe, your familia, your soul family, your whatever, come through. We all are coming through at this time. I'm telling you, I'm going to watch 3 or 4, 5 or 6, 7, 8, 10, 15 different readers, and the messages will be very, very similar. I'm telling you because it's a collective consciousness. We're all getting the same downloads, we're all getting the same upgrades. If it's you, then it's me. If it's me, then it's you. We didn't gong today, but we'll gong at the end. All right. You know what it is. Let's get so with your when you're able to have a higher perspective, look at the bigger picture. You understand that this is bigger than just you. It's bigger than just you. But we highly appreciate you for your contribution. High Priestess gets the Hermit. The High Priestess gets the Hermit because, you know, the High Priestess is putting in that work, you know. High Priestesses are putting in that work, you know. So we have to, at times, we have to shut down. I know I do it, and I don't know, I should tell you lot sometimes. Some of you like DM me and message me. Sometimes I see them, but I can't answer them at that time. I don't know when I can answer them. I just can when I can. You know, sometimes it might be 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 weeks later, but that's the time. So like, if you're putting in work, if you're contributing, especially high priestesses, high priests at this time, if you are doing a lot of energy exchanging with the collective at this time, it is very important to take that rest, to you yourself continue to go within to gain the strength needed to continue the works that you are doing. You see me? But this is all of us. If it's me, then it's you. If it's you, then it's me. Like, this is the thing. Whatever it is, I used to sit watching somebody else do. I'm not just talking about the cards. I'm talking about being a sovereign divine being. Like, I used to watch it and I used to be like, wow. That's another thing. Don't put nobody on no pedestal. Don't put people on pedestals, I beg. Because we've done that with the whole, you know, the whole celebrity thing. Celebrity's dead now, you know, and we know, and it's just disgusting because none of these people are who we thought they were, because they didn't need to be who we thought they were. They were just there for entertainment and for distraction, period. So, you know, let's not make the same mistakes as we move on and up in this thing. The whole reason why I sit here is so that we can be parring. So that we can be parring, bruh, you know, so that we can be even energy exchanging. You see me? I'm not here to be put on nothing. You see me? Don't do that. Don't do that. So let's get a clarification from the risks. And don't do that. I did a reading the other day on the gram, and I said to a lady, don't put people on pedestals. It came up in her reading, and I said, don't put nobody on no pedestals. And I said, you know what, in fact, what you need to do is take everybody off the pedestals that you have put them on, put them toe to toe with you, shoulder to shoulder with you, and then ask yourself, are they worthy of your time and your energy? Do that. Do that. Can we get clarifier for risk, please? Get clarifier for risk. Well, go on with that. Ancestors of the Hoodoo Tarot, you're coming out. You know you wanted to come out. So many of you. So many of you. I don't know nothing about Railroad Bill. I know nothing about Railroad Bill. But this I do know about the Son of Coins. And the Son of Coins is like, he's a like a farmer. So he uses the skies and the weather and the seasons to know when is the best time to plant, when is the best time to cultivate. And he also uses the zodiacal, the zodiac thingy to, there's a word for this thing, there's actually a word for this thing, but I can't think of it right now. Like he uses that as well. He uses the zodiacs to flow through, and this is what we do. We go, every time we go through each zodiac, we adopt the energy of that zodiac sign, right? We should be, and work it to the best, work that energy to the best of our ability for our highest, greatest good, right? So in these times, it's, again, we're back in discernment. We're back in, you know, being precise, being disciplined, you know, following these cycles, and also understanding that they are flexible too. Because like I say, this is a new moon in Taurus stroke Gemini for me. This isn't necessarily one or the other. It's a combination of energies, because remember, collective consciousness creates reality. So there's one consciousness that are saying it's in Gemini, so it feels like it's in Gemini. There's another collective consciousness that says it's in Taurus, so it feels like Taurus. Collective consciousness creates the power of your words, what really matters. What is matter? Matter is a creation from your thoughts. Matter is a creation from your words. Matter is a creation from your energy. And it all matters. Does it really matter? Yes, it does if you give it enough energy. So it's knowing when to plant, when to reap. So this is a planting time. New moons are for planting new intentions. Be very, very, very precise. Also get the collective involved in your intentions at this point. This is bigger than just you. It's bigger than just you. I don't know what Railroad Bill is. I couldn't even tell you. I've never seen him before in the deck, so I'm gonna have to look him up. But the Father of Sticks, like the King of Wands as well, is very confident. He's a healer as well. He's a healer. This guy was known for making concoctions out of rum, and I think it was like a vegetable, and then he would anoint people's heads with this thing. So the healing energy of you is very, very potent right now. Take risks, use it, learn to practice. You know, before I even pulled a card ever in life, I used to just practice on people. All my hair clients, I was like, do you want to read it? Like, do you want to read it? Before I did the hair, I used to practice on people. Do you want me to do your hair? Do you want me to do your hair? With the magic, I practice and I practice. You know, and I'm confident. I'm very, very confident right now in my magic. So that's all it. Discipline. You know, this is the key word here, people. Discipline. Well, I don't know why I drew for that book again. Let's look at Railroad Bill. I know he's a major arcana, so let's have a look to see what he is, because I'm not 100. I'm 100. But I know he is an elder. I wish I could see his lot's comments, because then I wouldn't feel so alone while I'm looking through the index. Railroad Bill. Ooh, I'm scanning it, and I don't know. Okay, 45, that's me. Love it. 5, 9. It's the Chariot. Shit's going to be moving very, very fucking fast once you take these risks. It's the Chariot. Let's see what it says though. It's also Cancer energy, so Cancer season, we're moving into that swiftly. I feel bad for ignoring Gemini season the way that I do, but I just do, okay? Most people do, you know, Geminis. I'm sorry. Railroad Bill. With God we will with God we shall do valiantly. I needed to look away from the word to say it. Valiantly. It is he who will tread down our foes. Psalms 108:13. It is he who will tread down our foes. I don't know what to say or do. Plant maca. You know, much people have been telling me to do maca ceremony, do a maca ceremony, but now I'm going to really do a maca ceremony. I've been here ages. Let me carry on. Let me just get on with it. Railroad Bill is waving at the people cheering for him in the distance. Railroad Bill, 1896, was a labourer with no clear past as his name, place of birth, and many other details about his life remain a mystery. What we do know is that the authorities claim he was a man named Maurice Slatter, and we know the hell he put them through. I'm gonna just keep it moving because it is quite a long text about this guy and who he is. So let's just get to the meaning. When Railroad Bill turns up, you are being encouraged to increase your efforts to ensure victory. What? Because united we are victorious. Isn't that true? Together we are victorious. Isn't that true? And this has come up as a clarifier for your risk taking. It's a reminder of the characteristics that are required to win. Confidence, determination, discipline, persistence, and assertiveness. Now is the time to adopt a take no prisoners attitude towards anybody or anything that attempts to get in your way. Do you hear? If you are not aggressive or ambitious by nature, then this card is warning that you must toughen up or risk the loss of what you've worked so hard for. If you receive Railroad Bill in a reading, consider the following. If you don't plan to win the game, then why are you playing? One drag. Let's go for some more. Success is the best revenge. Get rid of any people or situations that are distracting you from your mission now. In capital letters it says. Only self-confidence and a strong will to survive will get you through this. It's my way or the highway. What competition? Know thyself to propel thyself. Know thyself to propel thyself. I love it very much. It's called self-esteem for a reason. Stop waiting for others to cheer you on. Domination happens. I'm allergic to humble pie, so you can have it. What is the victorious outcome you seek? Where there's a will, there's a what? There's a way. Yeah, it's an ego thing. I ain't sorry. You can do it, but will you? You can do it, but will you? Will you take those risks? Will you take those risks to stand in your authenticity, to stand in who the fuck you really are in all your glory? Will you do it? It's asking you. It's giving you the opportunity to do that right now. Giving you the opportunity to do that right now, like I've been here forever. So let's just get into Moonology and then we will close with Soulful Woman. I don't think there's much, I mean, we don't have to drag it out much longer, do we? I mean, you let me know. Tell me. Let's get some Moonology. Let's get some Moonology in this game, in the team. Pull my dress down. I don't know what the dress is doing now. All right, let me just get one card, please, and to tie this all up, to clarify to me. Clarify and tie it all up in a nice, cute little neat bow. We got two, so we'll read them. The answers you need are coming. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Is that a fucking lie? New moon in Gemini. Isn't this the exact moon? I told you it's Taurus as well, but new moon in Gemini. I'm glad because I told you already, I take liberties with Gemini. Again, full moon. So we've got the full moon and new moon in Gemini. Where are my glasses? Where's my glasses? I'm excited. New moon. Let's start with the new moon. Let's start. There's an index in this one. We love it. New moon. 46. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communication with the person at the center of your question. I feel dragged. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or a neighbour, there's this new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. The card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasises the need to communicate. Attune to the moon. Write a list of all of the people you love most and see if you're prioritising them. Additional meaning of this card. Time to tell someone how you feel. Dragged. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Said that last time, innit? Someone is flirting with you. Read more books, which I have to do. The teaching. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing. And remember, Mercury's in retrograde in Gemini right now. So don't be too hard on yourself, you know, if you're just a little bit stuck on your shit, yeah? Just don't be so hard on yourself. Gemini is the sign of communication and socializing of ideas and travel, and the energy around it And around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, because we got the Chariot. Everything's going to be moving super fast at this point. I'm telling you, after this thing, super fast. Everything is moving speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves a chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain, because we said that right at the beginning, innit? Just stay grounded, keep yourself together in these shifts, please. Very important. So what's the full moon in Gemini saying? So that was the new moon. Full moon in Gemini. 72. Very quickly. This card is a reminder that it's important to speak your truth, but remember that your words have consequences and impact your listener. Right now, you need to guard against indiscretion. The answers you need may well come. The issue you're facing could well be one or a few conversations away from being resolved. If you're inquiring about a love situation, a little flirting may be called for, because there's too much flirting going on. I mean, but who's mad? Not me. If you're in the middle of an argument, this card comes to you as a reminder of the old, very non-Gemini message. Lise said, soonest mended. It's good to talk, but be careful you aren't causing yourself any issues with your words. So be careful in this Mercury retrograde about how you're moving. Words have enormous power. We talked about words and power, did we not? Or maybe I just wrote that somewhere else. The power of prayer, power of your words, speak over your life. This is how we get through this shit. Speak yourself into existence. As metaphysician Florence Scovel Sheen, 1871-1940, put it, your word is your wand. You create magic and your own reality every time you express yourself. I love it. Attune to the moon. Have an important conversation, but stay calm. Additional meanings for this card. Don't be superficial. Someone is trying to flirt with you. Have you noticed? You need a laugh. You need to laugh it off. You need to laugh off the situation and just move on. Job applications have good prospects. The teaching. Talk, talk, and more talk as the emotional full moon moves into the communicative sign of Gemini. It's too easy to say too much, so mind how you go if you pull this card. This card can also indicate an enjoyable social event. Since the full moon in Gemini is a great time for socializing, this card also augurs well for any study you're either taking or considering. So learn about what is happening around us, peeps. Learn what is going on around you. Talk about it with like-minded folk. Get into conversations about how you're feeling in this time. And don't be afraid to tell those who you care about most in this Venus in Cancer energy, how you really feel. Okay, that's it. I mean, we're nearly finished. I've been here long. Please, thank you for your patience, everyone. I mean, but I had a lot to say. I kind of knew it was going to be a long one, but I mean, I had to say all of what I said, and I said what I said. So let's just get a soulful woman to close, and then I will bid you lot a wonderful new moon in Gemini / Taurus / Gemini. Stay in love, stay in luxury, because that's what we love the most. Stay in nature. Stay in nature. I'm doing my farewell now, because you see, as soon as I finish reading this card, I'm out. I just feel like I've been here so long. So long. Thank you for your patience, y'all. Shining bright. I love it. I love it a lot. It's a 9. It's 18. I love it a lot. I trust the fire of passion that burns in my heart, that deeply felt instinct about what I want to do next on my path. I shine in my glory and greatness and revel in my creative power. I am filled with gratitude for my life. My strength, beauty, and power shine through, even when I meet with criticism or resistance. Nothing can really slow me down when I'm following myself and my own inner light. I celebrate the light others shine forth too, as we are all divine beings with so much creative power that we long to express, share, and enjoy. Card affirmation. I shine my light and allow my creative power to burn bright. If it's me, then it's you. If it's you, then it's me. You hear me now? You hear me now? I want to thank Mother, Father, God for this beautiful communion and reading messages. My ancestors, my guides, my angels, my guardians, they're ringing in my ear. They're saying, it's okay, baby, we got you. And I be knowing, and yours have got you. So just make sure you consult them at this time more than ever. As above, so below. So within, so without. If it's me, then it's you. If it's you, then it's me. Because we're in this bitch together. I fully enjoyed myself. Thank you. And you guys, keep it together in these coming days and weeks. Because, yo, it's about to get real. And I'm excited as fuck. Yeah, I am. Later, you guys. I love you so, so much. I love you so much. Now I don't know how to end the chat. Okay, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to press this button. I love you. Thank you. Bye. It didn't work. Are you sure you want to stop streaming?